In meetings like this, usually the most important finding has to do with the dynamics of the group. And my most important finding, because I do work like this myself, is how great it is to bring together such a diversity of people.
There's such a good and nice community working around this topic. I had a feeling of connectedness and being with people who think alike, and that we're not all individuals working on the same thing, but really a group trying to move forward.
We're all from different disciplines, academic, behavioural, social marketing. We all seem to have, even in our own spheres, come up with the same issues and problems with, adolescents and condom use.
The problems and barriers and challenges are so similar, and all of the efforts that are going into them have to be local, even though the problems are very similar. If we bring in all of the stakeholders, everybody that we want to partake in this process, they all have to be a part of the solution.
The meeting is very crucial. I think it is discussing issues which we haven't discussed in a long time, in terms of how adolescents use condoms, the motives they use condoms, and also some of the barriers related to condom use among young people. So it is a very significant meeting.
I've really been eager to learn more about positive examples of cases where things really work well, adolescents who had good experience, adolescents who were able to communicate with their parents. And I think those examples are out there because we know there's a large group of adolescents who do use condoms consistently. And I think so that's where I would like to see the research go, get more examples from that, so we have positive examples that we can incorporate into programs.
We still have a lot of headway to make in convincing public health professionals on recognizing the importance of a sex-positive approach and using pleasure-based messaging to reach young people, but to reach also anyone else when we're talking about safer sex, when you're talking about condoms.
We need to talk about condoms in a natural way and at all levels, including all sectors and with all key influencers.
The terrain of promoting sexual health and condom use among adolescents, it's a rugged terrain. We really do need to, as best we can, influence engagement and positive discussion of condom use and sexual health across all of the dimensions of society that reach and influence young people and those who influence them in turn.
I'm really excited about this consultation. I'm spurred to action about sort of quick next steps, providing a more attractive range of condoms. This includes different kinds of condom variants to young people, and not just assume that they can and will be satisfied with the free public sector condoms that often end up being targeted toward them.
We're trying to design a condom that people are going to use, but we don't stop and ask them first before doing the study what it is they'd want. We wait and ask them afterwards. So we've done the study and we say, well, what did you like? What didn't you like? Okay, we'll think about that on the next design. So I think the best takeaway is I need to sit down with the developers that we're working with and incorporate aspects in the design of the product, in the packaging, and how it's ultimately going to be marketed from the very beginning.
Whatever is going to happen in order for us to improve condom use among young people, it's going to take a lot more than just one factor that we're focusing on or one level, that all of these things are taking place together. And so there's a need for partnerships. There's a need for research that involves multidisciplines, and also the need to have young people part of that as well. So again, it's a complex issue, and with the complex issue, you need a complex set of factors and interventions and strategies with that.
Everything really needs to have support from various angles. No single partner organization can do all, but with combined effort, various players can really contribute into bring change.
We tend to coalesce on a common set of ideas and goals and purposes. And that is just so exciting because it makes you realize that the work that you're doing does fit into a larger whole. You're not just little old you isolated off in a corner somewhere and doing your thing, and you publish your paper and you get your program out and then it dies a few years later. That this is part of a larger process.